Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's sad to see what's going on around the world, obviously, right? When human lives are hurt, it's not fun. But one thing that I do want to say, if you're watching this, you're likely somebody that trades the stock market. You probably trade for a living. You probably put bread and butter on your table by trading, or you're trying to build up your account. It's our job as a trader to trade the good times and the bad times, right? Sometimes in good times we end up losing money while the world is fine, and then in the bad times if you're in the puts, you're probably going to make a lot of money, but don't forget the emotional part also, right? But as traders, bottom line, we continue to do our job in good and bad times. SPX, we've been giving you guys this move all from here, right? This was nothing new for my stock life. If you've been with us for the past many months, or if you've been attending pre-market, right around here, in November, December, we started giving you warnings. It's not something that we predicted or we knew. It was just something backed by data that was not making sense. All right, and we rode this entire move down. We caught the bounce here, and we rode this entire move down. And even here yesterday, our entire My Stock Life room, you guys had lowered inputs in AXP, Amazon, Wells Fargo, whatever name you can call, think, and we sold a bunch of premium at the top levels to collect. So some of you guys are going to have your record-breaking days today, right? Congrats. And but SPX, the most important level today, I'm just going to take all these levels out, right? The most important level, in fact, I'm going to clear my chart. I need to draw my new levels now that we're going to break below here. The most important level today, as the title suggests, is 4050 on SPX, all right? If 4050, we approach there, right? We're going to be opening low today. If once we approach 4050, which is roughly right here at 4050, okay, so this happens to be a very strong support. If we approach 4050, this is the zone where we might get a potential huge bounce to the upside. Something like this is possible today. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's just a possibility that we have right here on January 24th. All right, this candle right here, we might flush lower all the way towards the 4050. If 4050 fails to hold, if we build a bear flag out, if it fails to hold, then we're probably going to approach 4,000 and so on. Then we might even have a very bad red day in the markets. Limit down, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I don't think so. 4050, we bounce up and we recover a little bit. Then we build a flag here, I think, and then we slowly get the market down again, maybe next week or into OPEX. However, if we break 4050, yes, there's a chance of a limit down today, and for many of you it will be your first one if it happens. Now I am not calling a limit down, don't get me wrong, if it happens, okay? But 4050 is the zone on SPX which needs to be paid attention to. We're likely going to visit this zone today, I believe so, and then from here we see what happens in the market. All right, and today is Thursday, so don't think about the put recovering and all this stuff. Vanna, don't look for those things. Options will be priced very high. With VIX, if I go on VIX now, one of our admins yesterday pointed out a nice cup and handle on the 4-hour chart. He gave this warning before the market closed, and one thing he did say, make sure you're either cash or short in the market. Don't be long into anything, right? Which was good. He gave us this very clear cup and handle pattern above these support levels, which likely was going to work out. And VIX opening up at 36, you guys need to understand one thing here for options. All right, for options trading, you need to understand puts will be up huge, more than the normal move. All right, so more than the normal move, because this is a lot of volatility, there's fear involved. More than the normal move, puts are going to be up huge. All right, calls, surprisingly, some may be green. Now in selected names, not every name, in selected names, this is your chance, if you're long into something, to get out of those calls and maybe protect that cash. You might not be green, but you might not be down a lot either. All right, why that? And it's only going to last for a very short period of time. It's going to last for maybe the first 10-15 minutes. Maybe if we continue going lower, then obviously calls are going to lose value, there's no doubt. But if you're long anything, if you did not listen to MSL, right, if you were going long in your own thinking that the market is going to go up, well, you might have a chance to save your cash from calls. All right, and so just pay attention to this, because VIX high puts are going to be up huge. Yash, congrats, you're going to have another monster day today. Congrats to myself also, I'm going to have a very good day as a trader. Right, I'm loaded with bear call spreads, just selling premium at the top, and now that the market is lower, very high chances I get to keep all the money that I collected. All right, and with this now, let's go over to some charts. Amazon, Bucky is very good with Amazon, guys. All right, Bucky is very good. All right, he's maybe better than me at predicting Amazon moves in the short term. And I'm very humble about that. On a longer time frame, maybe I will know when to go long on Amazon. But Bucky, he told me a couple of days back with the movie, because I cannot follow every name, every stock. He told me on the 1 hour on Amazon that Ricky, this is gonna go down. He was following he was very patient on his play. If you guys remember the last session that we did, Bucky, he went over his moving averages. He's been studying the volume profiles, and I'm so happy to have a different mindset in MSL. We're also happy. We have, I think, everything that we need, right? Some people follow certain type of patterns. We have the best fast scalpers. We have the swing traders. Everything you guys can think of. On Amazon, Bucky told me, Ricky, here, this is an Amazon short. He told me right here at the 1 hour candle, and that's when I think he started picking up the 2800 puts, right? And then he took his profits. Then here is when he said again, now it's even more confirmed. I think he lured into puts at these levels, right? As on every bounce, Bucky was loading puts on Amazon. Great play. Those puts are going to be a 500,000% at the open. Yash, the puts you're holding, I think you're going to have a monster day, right? So congrats. And we also happen to sell some premium on Amazon, which I personally took my just broke even on it, because we sold some premium to manage my other positions. AXP, this play we gave out live, and it takes a lot of pressure, guys, to put something out there in the market before it happens and saying that we're going to execute a play. And on my stock life, we did that. If you follow us on Instagram, and if you're here from our Instagram, we gave this play over the weekend, and then we told you that on Tuesday we were going to execute it. And on Tuesday we did the execution, and that play is all money, is 100% profits as of now, I think, in my opinion. All right, and if you're in the puts alone, it's going to be up huge. AXP is opening at 180, guys, right? And MSL was loading puts on all these little rips and dips, and this entire move we rode down, and now it's going to open up here. Can AXP go all the way towards 190 and start an uptrend here? You know what? Anything is possible. This dip could be a gift, but does it continue lower or goes up? I have no idea. Bottom line, what I'm trying to say is manage your accounts, protect your profits, take your exits, as per your account. And if you're in the bear spreads with me, I'm probably just going to hold and take all the premium, because now that I'm deeply in the money on my bear call spread, and AXP I don't think is going to get all-time highs anytime soon, we get to keep all the money. All right. Google is one stock that I'm eyeing even more than Amazon in the coming weeks. I do want to pick this up. Don't forget, they have a split in June. All right, Google has a split in June right here. You guys can screenshot this right now, and maybe later on you guys can see how it plays. We have a Google split. I believe Google is going to approach these levels right here, 23 to 2500 after March OPEX, after March 15 and 16. March 15 and 16. So last week of March, I will slowly start adding small Google long positions. All right, because the market is likely gonna give us a nice little bump upside, I believe, after March OPEX, so things will be a lot more clear. And I'm slowly gonna add some Google long positions into the split, because it's likely gonna run at least 400-500 points in my opinion, right? Or maybe post split. All right, so Google is one name that I'm eyeing in this market. And another thing that I want to go over, I'm just going to go over the Qs since I have less. Okay, I have dragons on this too. Not RWM, let's see, SPY. I want to go over the, I don't want to remove these drawings. SPX. Okay, perfect. So if I remove my drawing, SPX, guys, just remember 4050. This is the monthly chart on SPX. I just want to go over something here. If you're looking for a bottom, and if you're going to call a bottom here and go long and swing positions, know what you're getting into. I highly suggest that you go back to 2000, 1987, all the market crashes, or not the crashes, but when the market was very hard to trade, and go look at the monthly action, right? Is something like this possible in the market? We have these two big red months, and then we get a bottom, and then we go nice up. Is this possible? Yes, it's possible. This is possible, but there's also another thing that's possible. What is that? And that's going to be very hard to trade, is this right here. And personally, I see this happening more than the recovery. This right here that I want to point to. This will be a very hard time to if the market does this, if it goes sideways for the next 12 months or so, or for the entire 2022, it's going to be very hard to trade. Many of you guys will not know how to play this market unless you read the open interest, you read the flow, you read the data, you actually pay attention to how the funds are taking place. And personally, this is the kind of market that I'm looking for is going to happen. I'm not expecting a V-shaped recovery here, right? Personally, here's what I'm expecting to happen in the next 12 to 16 months. Something of a sideways move between these zones right here, around these zones, all right? And by then we will roughly right here in this zone is what I'm expecting, right? 4600, or maybe we might even go tag 4700 one more time in the coming months and then come back again to 4000. This is the choppiness market that I'm expecting for the next few months. You know, maybe for the next remainder of 2022. If that is the case, it's going to be very hard to trade the market. Know what you're getting into. A lot of stocks go sold off. I was looking at Square chart yesterday. This is ugly. Look at this. They took so many months, a nice breakout after 2018, it broke out finally, and now they sold it off completely, right? This is a very scary chart. It's a great company, and they sold it off. PayPal also, right? Bear Flag Monthly, they sold these companies off. Nobody, you know, Twitter is back to, they finally took this stock up last year, and now is back to where it belongs, 30 bucks again, right? Snapchat, a name that I want to go long in monthly, and look what's happening here. This is actually one name, along with Google, I might go long in. A lot of scope in this name, right? Pins also monthly, just straight down. There's no, I mean, there's no breaks here. It's like failed breaks and straight down, right? So Apple, another equity that play that I'm eyeing around the 120, 140 zone. I think this is what we might get now. Some of you guys want to go, oh no, how are you gonna get this? It's possible, right? I believe in all possibilities. The first scale-in point for Apple on me for equity is under 150, roughly 145, 140. I will add some Apple equity, right? This is a very deadly candle followed by this red candle. This is a copy pattern for a long time now on Apple, in my opinion. All right, just know these things if you're a new trader. So Apple 150 or lower, and then we have 130. This is a long-term equity plays. I'm saving you guys some times here. Don't go buying swinging calls on Apple and stuff. Time will come when it's ready. With VIX high today, if you're not in any puts, sit back. Don't try to execute positions. You're likely going to give market makers a lot of money for the premium. It's like buying a house that costs $500,000. You're going to end up paying $1 million today, and tomorrow it'll be back to $500,000. All right, even if you're right, So be careful what you're buying. And VIX, if it gets above 40 by any chance on the monthly, if we do get above 40, 45, today is a limit down if we get there. Okay, I hope not, but let's see. And just know these things. Rest, voice chat. We'll see you guys on the monthly. SPY, we're taking out these lows, and now we see if we reverse. All right. And one more time, I'm gonna say this for the last time. If you haven't been paying attention, if you're watching SPX, just watch 40-50. All right, 40-50 is must, and this is where we will know what happens to the market. It's either a hold or a break. All right, 40-50 holds, we likely see an upside rally. 40-50 breaks and holds underneath, maybe limit down.